A daily Scrum agenda? Do we need an agenda for the daily Scrum? I would suggest not. But historically, there have been Scrum Masters who have led their teams down a path of following a rather structured daily Scrum. So let's go back again historically, and then we'll come to what we are expecting today. For some reason, there have been misinterpretations of the Scrum framework. I'm sure you've seen a lot of that. And one of those misinterpretations had to do with providing structure for the daily Scrum. The Scrum Master would facilitate the discussion. And as a good facilitator, it would make sense that the Scrum Master would want some structure. And you would see team members being asked to come prepared to answer three questions. First question would be, what did I work on yesterday, or what did I work on since our last time we got together? Second question, what do I plan on working on next? Third question, what obstacles are keeping me from moving forward? And attempts have been made over time to try to make those questions more meaningful. For example, even in the Scrum Guide, right, there were references to what did I work on yesterday that was moving us closer to the Scrum goal. What will I work on today that will move us closer to the Scrum goal? And what is keeping me from moving closer to the Scrum goal? Scrum Masters, in their misinterpretation, in some cases, became a little heavy-handed. One of the clues is when the developers are talking to the Scrum Master during the daily Scrum. If the Scrum Master is taking notes and asking developers for their status, there's been a severe misunderstanding of the daily Scrum. There's been a reset with the most recent Scrum Guide, where very clearly the daily Scrum is for the developers. Period. That's it. They should be able to conduct the daily Scrum without having the Scrum Master or the product owner present. Now, I'm not opposed to the Scrum Master and product owner being present, but we want to be mindful and respectful that this is for the developers. What are the developers focusing on during this daily Scrum? If it's for them, they're aligning. They're verifying, they're discussing with each other. Any idea of a structure or a format, that expectation is no longer required because we continue to promote self-managed teams. And this group of developers that are coming together every day, they are self-managing their discussion through this 15-minute daily event. Now, understanding that there is no specific structure to it doesn't mean that developers can't come up with their own structure. But I like what my friend Hubert Smits has to say about the Daily Scrum. Daily Scrum is kind of like a timeout in a sports event. Imagine basketball, I think is the example he uses, and there's a timeout that's called. Is there a structure to the timeout? Is there an agenda to the timeout? No, the team comes together and they discuss how can we win this game? We're right in the middle of the game. We're right in the middle of the sprint. How can we win this game? What do we have to do differently to win this game? What do we have to do differently to achieve the sprint goal? And that daily checkpoint, focusing on that and making sure we're all aligned, is this first great ongoing inspect and adapt point where the developers have this great opportunity to realign, set the tone for the next 24 hours, and proceed together.